Welcome to episode 12 of the Self-Sabotage Files. We're going to talk about a really simple thing that you've been doing to sabotage yourself throughout your life. I call it the struggle fallacy. It's this idea that if something is hard, it must not be for me. And that sounds ridiculous when you say it out loud, but I think subconsciously, every single one of us has started something, and it could be something small like going to the gym. It could be maybe a new hobby or cooking or building furniture or whatever it is. And the second we start to experience some friction, where we start feeling like a beginner, we start feeling like we're looking kind of dumb, for some reason, the mind is like, see, this thing's not really meant for us. Leave it to the masters, leave it to the people who do really well at this. But do you know a lot of successful people who say that something was easy from the start? Because personally, I don't. Every time I complain about something being difficult to someone who's really good at that thing, they just relate all the time. They're like, I know it's really hard, or at the beginning it totally sucks, or whatever the case is. But we never really internalize that response from those people. There's a quote from this book called Psycho-Cybernetics that says, the self-image is the key to human personality and human behavior. Change the self-image and you change the personality and you change the behavior. So what happens that really starts to wear away at our self-sabotage muscle is that when you begin doing things that you're actually not that good at, your mind is a muscle. It'll start getting better, accepting the self-image, this new fact that you've presented. And that fact is, hey, we do difficult things. Even when we don't know how to do things, we try. Even when we want to stay in one place, because sometimes that's more comfortable than moving and wobbling and falling over and looking like a fool, even when we want that, we move one step at a time. And once you start making that change from a self-image standpoint, I've been saying it throughout this entire series, momentum begets momentum. And that's another quote from the book. He doesn't say that part, but he says, success truly does breed success. Like, the second you can just prove to your mind that I know how to move forward, even when I don't really know what I'm doing, even when I look kind of stupid, your mind starts to lose its desire to stop you. Because this emotion comes from our caveman days, because wasted effort was literally a threat to our life. So the mind still thinks that. The mind still thinks if we put effort towards something and it's for no reason, or we're not going to become really good at this, or this thing that we're pursuing is not a necessity, then I'm just not going to do it. I'm going to try to convince this body, whatever I can do to make it just stay in one spot. We've talked about the analogy. A bike that stays standing is much harder to actually keep balanced than a bike that's moving one foot in front of the other. Don't fall for this fallacy that right when you start something, you have to be good at it. Otherwise, that means it's not for me. That makes no sense. You need to start learning. That's the only way you can get good at things. And this specific practice is going to be one of the things that starts to wear away this self-sabotage muscle in your mind. I'll see you guys in the next episode.